Then he says he heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet, meaning very loud, okay? So he hears a voice behind him, okay? So basically, imagine me looking this direction and somebody starts speaking behind me, okay? I hear a loud voice, a great voice as of a trumpet. Notice what he says in verse 11, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest, okay? Notice what it says, what thou seest, not what thou hearest. What thou seest. You see with your eyes. You hear a great voice with your ears. So he's hearing this. He hears a great voice, but he's not seeing anything that's being talked about. But what he's going to write about is what he sees. Okay? So notice this. What thou seest, write in a book, and send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. So basically he's looking in one direction, he hears a loud voice, and he's told, whatever you see I want you to write, but he's not seeing anything. And if somebody's speaking to you from behind, what's your reaction? You turn to look at who's talking to you, right? And that's what he does. Verse 12, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me. So he hears a loud voice and he turns to look at that person. But what does he see? And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. So the first thing he sees is not the Lord. He sees 7 golden candlesticks. And he just talked to him about 7 golden candlesticks. What you see, I want you to write. And he sees 7 golden candlesticks when he turns around. You say, why is this significant? I believe this is significant because I want you to understand, things you see impact you more than things you hear. You say, what do you mean by that? I can preach about going soul winning all the time. And you say, yeah, you know, we should go and things such as that. But I'll tell you this, when you go soul winning and you see somebody get saved, that's going to move you 100 times more than a sermon I preach. I can preach sermon after sermon on various different topics, all manner of topics in the Bible. But you know, when you actually see it with your own eyes, boom, the impact you're going to have. We just talked about going through persecution. We preach on this a lot. But the reality is none of us are really going through strong persecution. But let's say, for example, we were living in the times where the Catholic Church killed people, and you actually had your brother get killed by the Catholic Church, and you saw it. Boy, that would impact you 100 times more than a sermon, wouldn't it? Right. And see, the things you see are going to impact you far more. So what I want you to understand is this, that when you hear sermons and you don't apply them to your lives, look, it just is not going to have the same impact on you. But when you actually apply it and you see these things in action, it's going to stick with you. Okay?